In the heart of the French Quarter of New Orleans, at 716 Dauphine Street, stands an old elegant mansion known as the Sultan's Palace. The building, with its wrought iron balconies and stately appearance, fits seamlessly into the historic neighborhood. Built in the early 19th century, it has been the site of many ghostly tales, but none are as famous as the legend of the Sultan's Palace. The story begins in the 1830s when a wealthy man of Middle Eastern descent arrived in New Orleans under mysterious circumstances. Known only as the Sultan, this man was rumored to be a member of a royal family from Turkey. With him, he brought an entourage of servants, wives, and concubines, all cloaked in exotic garb that captured the attention of the local populace. The Sultan rented the mansion on Dauphine Street, transforming it into a lavish harem filled with luxurious furnishings, silks, and spices that wafted through the air. The windows were draped and the guards were posted at the doors, ensuring that no one outside the household could see or enter. The mansion quickly became the subject of local gossip, with neighbors whispering about the wild opulent parties thrown by the Sultan, featuring music, dancing, and exotic delicacies. One morning, the unusually quiet mansion was eerily silent. A concerned neighbor, noticing the unusual stillness, approached the house and was met with a gruesome scene. Blood seeped from under the front door, staining the steps of the grand entrance. The police were summoned, and what they found inside the mansion shocked the city. The interior of the house was a scene of carnage. Bodies were strewn across the opulent rooms, mutilated and bloodied. The Sultan's harem, his servants, and the guards had all been brutally murdered. Victims had been hacked into pieces, some barely recognizable. The mansion was a slaughterhouse, and the brutality of the crime sent shivers through the city. In the midst of the horror, one body was conspicuously absent: the Sultan himself. After a frantic search, his lifeless body was discovered in a shallow grave in the courtyard. He had been buried alive, his hand reaching out of the dirt in a desperate attempt to escape his fate. His mouth was filled with soil, indicating a struggle to breathe as he suffocated to death. The massacre at the Sultan's Palace left the city in shock and disbelief. Rumors and theories about the identity of the killers and their motives spread like wildfire. Some speculated that the Sultan was not who he claimed to be. They believed he might have been a pretender, a fugitive from justice, or even a disgraced member of his own royal family. Theories abound that he had stolen treasure from the Sultanate, leading to a vengeful attack by assassins sent to reclaim the stolen wealth. Others whispered that the murders were the result of a power struggle within the harem or the work of local criminals who saw the Sultan's ostentatious lifestyle as a target for robbery. However, no definitive evidence or suspects were ever found, leaving the mystery of the Sultan's Palace unresolved to this day. Following the massacre, the mansion stood vacant for many years, its grisly past casting dark shadows over its grand facade. Over time, stories of ghostly apparitions and supernatural occurrences began to emerge. Neighbors reported hearing strange noises coming from the mansion at night, footsteps, cries, and the sounds of a phantom party echoing through the halls. Visitors to the house claimed to have seen ghostly figures, including a man dressed in elaborate Turkish attire believed to be the spirit of the Sultan. Others reported encountering the spectral forms of women in veils, possibly the tragic souls of the harem, doomed to wander the house for eternity. Cold spots, sudden gusts of wind, and the overpowering scent of exotic spices have all been attributed to the restless spirits that haunt the mansion. The home still stands today, but used for private condominiums. I read at one point it was owned by the New Orleans Academy of Arts, but closed up shop in the 1940s due to a large number of students being drafted due to World War II. Since 1966, it has been converted into condos and purchased by Frank D'Amico and Anthony Vesich Jr. One night in 1979, Frank D'Amico's wife had just climbed into bed when she noticed a dark figure standing by the foot of her bed. The figure began approaching her. Panicking, she turned to her bedside lamp table, scrambling to turn it on. When the lights flickered, the dark figure had vanished. Today, the Sultan's Palace is a private residence, but its reputation as one of New Orleans' most haunted locations persists. Paranormal investigators and curious tourists continue to be drawn to the site, hoping to catch a glimpse of the supernatural. The mansion had been featured in numerous ghost tours, books, and television shows exploring the haunted history of New Orleans. One notable incident involved a paranormal investigation team that spent a night in the house. They reported capturing unexplained voices on their recording devices, including a chilling whisper in a foreign language. Cameras malfunctioned, and the investigators felt unseen hands touching them in the darkness. The eerie experiences only served to cement the mansion's status as a paranormal hotspot. The legend of the Sultan's Palace has become an integral part of New Orleans' rich tapestry of ghost stories and folklore. It captures the imagination with its blend of exoticism, wealth, and brutal violence. The tale also reflects the city's complex history, where cultures from around the world have mingled, sometimes with deadly consequences. The story has inspired writers, filmmakers, and artists who are drawn to the mysterious allure. It serves as a reminder of the dark undercurrents that run beneath the surface of even the most beautiful and historic places. The Sultan's Palace stands as a symbol of New Orleans' haunted past, a place where the line between history and legend is forever blurred. The tale of the Sultan's Palace is a haunting reminder of a brutal crime that remains unsolved to this day. The mystery surrounding the massacre, combined with the reports of ghostly activity, ensures that this story will continue to fascinate and terrify those who hear it. Whether you believe in ghosts or not, there is no denying the chilling allure of the Sultan's Palace. It is a place where history and legend intertwine, creating a narrative that is as captivating as it is horrifying. The unanswered questions, the brutal violence, and the supernatural elements all combine to make the story of the Sultan's Palace one of New Orleans' most enduring and eerie tales. So who knows if the story actually happened or not? It's just a tale. It's definitely terrifying to think something like this might have happened. Even if it did or not, we wouldn't have a story, but this is all I have for you today. Thanks for listening, I really do appreciate it.